Welcome back to Cleveland Browns Daily, brought to you by Bally Bet, official sports betting partner of your Cleveland Browns. Very happy to be joined by Browns left guard Zion Johnson. And Zion, we're doing our best, LA weather impression for you so far here in training camp. Maybe a little more humidity than you're used to, but what's it like? This is your first training camp, obviously, with a new team, obviously coming to Cleveland Browns in free agency this offseason. What's this whole experience kind of been like for you, experiencing something new?
It's been awesome. I mean, the team's great. I just love how, everyone's welcomed me in, from the start of OTAs to that whole process. But practices have been great. The atmosphere is amazing. We've had practices where crazy amount of fans come. And, that's just something that really shows the commitment and, the love that our fans have for this team. And, I'm just glad to be a part of it.
What do you think of Todd Monken so far?
Coach Monken's awesome. Really, very smart head coach. I like how he conceptualizes things, and I think I just can't wait till we go out and compete and get to show the fury of our offense.
Yeah, and George Warhop's been here with the Browns before. He's back again. Joe Thomas, as soon as we signed him, the Hall of Famer, couldn't have been happier. So for you to work somebody like George Warhop, how has that been? And I know you got some guys in your room who worked with him down in Houston.
Yeah, Coach Hop, he's great. I was just very excited to work with the coach with his experience of his caliber, and every day, he's just on us about getting better and about addressing the little things, bringing that physicality and intensity to every practice, and it's been showing up day to day.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of intensity in the last practice. A little bit of a fracas broke out, and we'll see how that goes now with the pads on today. But everybody's saying for an offensive line, you can't judge anything when there are no pads. Your job's so hard trying to block with no pads. So break that down for us. Why is it so difficult in these kind of situations when the defensive linemen don't have the pads on?
I mean, I think when we don't have pads on, you have to focus even more on your technique. You have to be more precise with your hands, with your feet, because, you don't have the pads to, get your hands on.
Yeah.
So I think those reps are just as valuable as ones with pads on. But now you can really showcase your physicality and, really just hit somebody.
Are you excited? Pads on today, first padded practice. Is that what kind of gets you juiced up? Let's be honest. It's been a lot of passing camps. That's what OTAs and mini camps have become. And pass blocking is great, but you like to go out there and road grade a little bit in the run game.
Absolutely. And, we want to set the standard in our room, that standard of physicality, of just recreating the line of scrimmage, moving everything back. So, now that pads are on, we can really showcase that and work on that day to day.
How has it been? We've got DeJuan and Spencer Fano rotating over here on your left. We've had some changes between Elton Jenkins, Brailsford, Luke Whippler at center. You've been the constant there at left guard. What's it been like kind of getting your rhythm, trying to get with the new line, but also knowing that, you've got guys rotating every other day next to you as well?
I mean, honestly, it's not very difficult. I mean, we have a lot of talented guys in our room. All those guys you just mentioned have an immense amount of talent. So to get to go out there and work with them every single day, from the young guys like Parker, like Austin, like Spencer, who just day to day you can see the leaps and bounds they make in their technique, to even some of the guys that have a few years, like like KT, like Luke, like some of those guys. Every single day they're improving, they're getting better, and I just I can't wait to see the potential we can unlock in our room.
Have you played next to anybody as big as DeJuan before?
Have I played next to anyone as big as DeJuan? Not directly next to. I mean, Makai was massive, but
for sure.
But I don't know. DeJuan might have him a little bit. He's got more. Yeah.
And he slimmed down this year. He's been out on the basketball court looking good. But that's a fun one when you get a guy. You're like, okay, that's just a big dude. Go get your hands on somebody.
Oh yeah. He's a very powerful man. Yeah.
All right, so you talked about the physicality today. We always talk about iron sharpening iron, and you got a couple young bulls on the other side of you, and Mason Graham, Mike Hall. Seems like those have been good battles so far. What's it been like going against those guys, and how that's going to prepare you, for the season?
Yeah, it's great. I mean, we know our defense as a whole, but especially our D-line, they're very good. Even the past few years, they've been up there in terms of pass rush. And,
sure.
I think every single day that just brings the best out of us. When you get to go against elite talent day to day, it makes, during the season when you have to go against an elite player, you have that experience to draw back from camp. So I think we're just very fortunate to get to go against them every day. But also the way we like to talk in our room is they have to deal with us too.
That's right.
We have tons of talented players in our room.
Yeah.
And we've got tons of guys with experience at the highest levels. So
One other change we haven't talked about is that every other day you've got somebody in the huddle that's a little bit different with you. Deshaun and Shedeur. What have you seen from those guys when it's kind of their day? We'll start with Deshaun. What's he kind of brought to the huddle and to the field?
Yeah, I mean, I think all of those guys have done a great job. I think, Deshaun, like just his consistency, he has a lot of experience.
Yep.
And he's played a lot of football. So, he leads definitely in that regard. Shedeur's awesome as well. Very, very talented. He brings that energy every single day. And, that's something you love to have. And even the other guys like, Dylan, he's consistent every single day. He comes out here and puts his best foot forward. And even the rookie,
Taylon.
Yeah, Taylon. He's electric. I mean, he can run. He's a big physical guy, but he's learning the playbook fast, and he's doing really well. So I just think all those guys in the quarterback room have been doing a great job. And I'm just happy to get to block for them every single day.
Yeah. Is it a little bit different, coming from the Chargers where it's Justin Herbert. There is no doubt about that. Kind of seeing these guys go, seeing how it's developed over the course of the offseason, and then now knowing that at some point, okay, we're going to have that one voice in the room. But are you just so focused on what you're doing that it's like, okay, you give me the play and I'm going to go do my thing?
Yeah, I mean, I think in our room we try to focus on, optimizing the talent in our room. Whoever the quarterback is going to be back there, we want to make sure we keep him clean. We have a great run game for him, so he can be put in the best possible spot to be successful. So that's our focus.
When you're blocking for a running back like Quinshon Judkins, I know that helps. You guys had a Marion Hampton last year down there in L.A.
Yeah.
How have you seen him and kind of the timing you guys are building? And also putting, I don't know how well it was received, but putting some good pass blocking chips on tape as well did Mr. Judkins last week.
Yeah, I mean, Q's been doing an absolutely great job. He runs physical. He has great vision. He's fast. He's strong. He's all the things you want out of a running back. So I'm just really excited to get to, play with him, to be with him every single day, and just see, where him growing and becoming better every single day, where that takes him.
Well, we're excited to have you here. We're excited to get the pads on you so you can go impose your physicality out there today in practice. Yeah. Thanks so much for the time, Zion, and good luck.
Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
And we'll be back with more Cleveland Browns Daily, brought to you by Bally Bet right after this. Perfect.
Awesome.